Now I know I'm live. I'm trying to get my other phone to turn on. I'm running a little late. Welcome to my life today. Let's see if anybody's around. December or October. Do you have anything for September? Hey, if you're in here, please say hey. Sorry for my angle, it's a little weird. If I don't hear from you, I don't know. Okay, September, that's October. If you're in, say hi. Okay, that's October, that's August. Okay, let's see here. If you're in, say hey, please. I'm kind of just waiting to talk to you guys. So, I've got a lot to kind of talk about. And if anybody's in, say hey. Oh, how are you feeling? Budgeting by Amy. Hey, life and... what does it say? Life under the sun. Life under the sun, what is your name? I forget what to call you. Hey, Amy. Hey, guys. So I'm okay. I've been struggling lately. Yeah, it says one person is watching me, and then like 2 comments popped up at the same time, but only 1 viewer still. Something is definitely weird right now. Let me try to... okay. My office area is a total nightmare, so please don't judge. That's what living in renovation house is kind of doing. Let me see if I can turn the chat. Top fans. Live chat. Okay. Top fans. Okay. Learn more. Usually I'm on another phone, and so I have my cell phone to look at the chat. Also, I'm usually not on the camera. And sorry, I keep looking at myself, and I should be looking at the camera. Y'all, I taught English to kids in China for 3.5 years. I know better. I know how to talk to the camera. But anyway, all of that to say, I'm okay. I am dealing with a lot of progesterone, getting used to it. And then now I'm off of progesterone because surgery is coming up. And I'm having a hysterectomy on Friday, if you didn't know. So everything these last few weeks has been a bumble. All of my savings are a bumble right now. All of them. Like, everything is a bumble. I had to pay off a last minute debt, and so I had to clear money out of my taxes are wicked folder. I had to pay for some things that came up medically and just in life. So I had to clear out a bunch of my minis and my savings challenges. I cleared money out of the book challenge that is live, that I play when I'm alive. Mainly because, and I didn't feel so bad about that since I had already purchased the Kobo, which the Kobo, I can't even find it. It's somewhere in this crazy mess of a life right now. And so meanwhile, I've been trying to catch up on Etsy orders. So here's the deal with my Etsy. And let me know if you guys are here and if you kind of agree or whatever. Just talk to me, I guess, because I could use some friends. Oh boy. So my Etsy today, I went through and I took out everything that's not digital. I think I have 3 non-digital things because somebody said she was going to place a last minute order. Never did. So tonight after I get off of here, I'm going to go close that down. But everything not digital is currently deactivated. So I decided to leave my shop open for digital only, which allows me to post some things, some boxes I've been working on, some games and whatnot that you guys could purchase digitally so that I could still be receiving some financial support while I'm trying to recover from this surgery. But other than that, I'm not going to be selling anything for an unclaimed amount of time that is not digital. Like I said, please let me know your guys' thoughts. Also, if any of y'all have open orders with me on Etsy, I am working through them as fast as I can. I have had to take breaks. I have had to pretty much screw up my great 90-ish% seller rating for shipping because things are just taking me longer right now, and I apologize. I apologize to everybody. I am working on getting out these last Etsy orders. I'm working on getting out my monthly subscription stuff for May and June, and then it will be July. I am not proud of myself, which has really affected my mental health. I don't want to cry on camera. There's been a lot of stuff, you guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I've let everybody down. This is not who I am. There's just been a lot of stuff. This hysterectomy can't come soon enough. It has everything. It has my hormones all messed up, my emotions. I've been tired. I've been cranky. I haven't been the most pleasant person to be around. All the different things. Anyway. So, there will be videos in July, I'm so sorry. There will be videos in July that are some left over from June from just not editing them and putting them up and kind of just being in my little depression hole. But I will get them up. And then there will be some videos from July because I'm involved in some collaboration releases and the show must go on. I must do what I have to do. And I have some money for things. I don't have as much money as usual. We are really trying to buckle down with this house, and we just had some things come up that cleared me out in some areas. Am I missing chats at all? Oh my gosh, I'm missing your chats. Oh crap. Okay. God has got me. I know I shouldn't beat myself up. It's okay. I'm sorry I wasn't seeing your guys' comments. Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes being able to clear out the binders is a heck of a lot better than not knowing what you're going to do. This chat needs to stay. Why does it keep disappearing? This is so frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, but like I said, we've got some money to play with. Did some money probably come from other places? That's possible. Who knows? I don't really know at this point. But I'm trying my best. If you have an open order with me that's been open for forever, or if I owe you a monthly subscription, you're going to get it. You're going to get it with extras. Just be patient. Why in the world does my chat keep disappearing? Not nice. Anyway, I don't deserve it, but if you guys see any like challenges that you want digitally to purchase while I'm down for the count here soon, I would appreciate it, because some extra income is always nice. Anyway, I feel like that sounds terrible, but it is what it is. Okay, come on. This chat keeps disappearing and it's so annoying. Anyway, but I'm really excited. I've got a collab coming out in July with Lindsay at Bookish Mama Budgets. I've got one coming out in August with Susan at Windmill Ridge Budgets. And I've been working really hard on when I don't feel like dealing with camera stuff and being behind the camera or whatever, I've been building a really cool collab that's going to be coming out in the fall. So anyway, there's cool things going on. There's good things going on. Right now, it's just a hard time for me. And, yeah, pretty much I'll tell you guys the story if you want to hear it. I went into the hospital I went to my doctor in the fall. I'm trying to see if I can get into this chat so I can read the chat as it comes up and communicate with you guys. I went into to my GYN doctor in the fall and was like, hey, cycles are kind of hard. You know, think I'm going through perimenopause, ready to do something. Like, she's like, okay, great. Let's do an IUD. Perfect. Sounds great to me. And anyway, and so yeah, this phone does not want to be on right here. Anyway, so great, let's do the IUD. And I was like, okay, sounds excellent. Let's do that. And let me get my printer going really quick. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Those are evens, so I need one. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna set my printer up to start printing some pages of Play It Forward so I can get those out. Anyway, so I went to her and okay. Is this what we're doing? That's June. Okay. 17. Okay, sorry if you guys hear the printer. Sorry if you see the mess in the background. Went to her, was like, hey, I don't like what's going on with my body right now. You know, let's do something about it. And she said, great, let's get you an IUD. I wanted to join the collab, but right now I'm not posting videos. That's okay, Amy. I'm just excited for you guys to see the collab. Okay, I will talk about something cool really for a second before I finish my story about me. But the collab is like a mystery savings theater type collab where every week there's going to be a different host, but there's going to be common threads that bring it through. There's going to be a whole story that unfolds, and you guys as viewers are going to be the detectives that are trying to figure out this case. And us as the creators, we are creating games and challenges that have to do with our role as suspects. And you guys will kind of figure out who, I believe the title was released. It's The Case of the Missing Scratch Tool. So you guys will figure out where the missing scratch tool went, who took it, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really geeked out by it because I've been playing with AI voice generators. So I actually like there's introduction videos that are going to be sent to each creator to put in the beginning right before their video. And they have like this AI voice generated guy, and he's like the police chief. So he's like, welcome detectives. You know, this week we are joining this person in this place, or like last week, this is what we did. And so it's going to be really cool. I'm super geeked out about it. And actually, I'm very geeked out because in the spring around Valentine's Day, I am going to be putting together a open-ended, it doesn't have to be just 12 people or anything. I'm going to be putting together an open-ended collab that is the Budgeting Bachelorette. So once again, it would be nice if somebody was making YouTubes at that time to be involved, but they won't have to be for that one. But for this one, but yes, the Budgeting Bachelorette in the spring, so that we can all try to get our eyes and hands on debt-free Derek. And I think it'll be debt-free Derek. But debt-free Derek is the ideal gentleman who has the best savings and no debt and makes wonderful money, and he's a sweetheart and an absolute charmer. So, you know, for all the budgeting bachelorettes, he is the guy to be with. But that will be the savings theater for the spring. Nobody take my ideas, please. Anyway, doesn't look like anybody else has commented recently. Okay, so back to me. Yeah, went there. She's like, okay, great, let's do this thing. But first, let me check it out, make sure everything's okay. And she looked at everything and she's like, oh, no, sister. We have to take care of this issue. You can't get this done. I figured out why you're having these problems. And so pretty much my endometrial lining is super thick. Hey, how are you? Welcome. What is, let me see. Sorry, it's hard to see on my name. Silk. Do you have like a name, or do you just want me to call you Silk? Anyway, so yeah, went to her. She's like, your endometrial stuff is really built up. It's way thicker than it should be. And you have a big fibroid polyp mass kind of thing in the middle. Oh, Yvonne, I'm sorry. I should have remembered. I'm not having a great day. I'm not having a great week. I'm not having a great month. Anyway, and that's carrying over from last month. But yeah, so she's like, no go on the IUD. You need this DNC and hysterotomy. So that was back in October. And she's like, it should be great for you. You shouldn't have any cycles. Everything should be perfect. And so the very next couple weeks, I got a cycle, and it was pretty heavy. And I hope you're doing well, Yvonne. Happy 4th of July. And so it was pretty bad, but it wasn't horrid. And I was just like, well, that's not what she said it would be. And so the months progressed. It got worse. April, I went to the hospital because I had a very terrifying experience with how much bleeding I was doing. And they were like, she had said before, you know, you needed to have this hysterotomy because your uterus can kill you. I don't know if I can say that word. Can unalive me. Sorry if I get kicked off of here. I'm sorry, guys. Don't report me for talking about my body parts. I'm trying, and if I have any open orders out for anybody or monthly subscriptions, they're coming. Please be patient with me. But yeah, she's like, your uterus can unalive you. And so we took care of it. I thought April came, went to the hospital, and they were like, whatever she said she did, she didn't do. And so they did another ultrasound, and they were like, yeah, she said she cleaned you out, clean as a whistle. It's not cleaned out. It's not clean as a whistle. And they said, there's a huge polyp in there. Your lining is really thick. Measured everything. So the thickness came back, and it came back worse. The polyp came back, and it came back worse. And so that was April. They gave me like a 5-day dose of progesterone hormone pills to take. I would take them, it stopped the bleeding, and then the bleeding would start again. So I went back to the hospital in June, and they were like, yeah, we're sorry that your uterus is trying to unalive you, but unless you're literally like bleeding out, we don't do anything like that for women. If this was a dude laying on the table bleeding like this, we would probably do something for it. But since you're a woman, this is just not our policy. Hysterectomies are elective surgeries. They're not emergency surgeries unless like everything inside of you is falling out of you. And so so they were like, please come back and see us, because if you do start bleeding again, you can unalive very easily. And it was just like, okay. But then basically best wishes. And so that's kind of where I've been. But this time they gave me a month's supply of progesterone pills, in which I had like every side effect. I had cold flashes, which I didn't even know that was a thing. Did you guys know that cold flashes were a thing? Because seriously, y'all, cold flashes. What the... Ugh. Like, I was sitting in not Chipotle, in Chick-fil-A with my fella, and my teeth were practically chattering, and I was just like, I'm having a cold flash. They would happen in dialysis, and that was horrible because dialysis is already freezing. But yeah, so there was that. And all of the other ones, the mood, the bloating, the nausea, the just not sleeping well. So I stopped taking them because I thought I had to because of surgery coming up. Really, I thought that was just a part of diabetes. No, diabetes. I've never gotten cold chills with diabetes, not the way I did with progesterone. But cold flashes, I mean. But anyway, so yeah, here we are. I had pre-admission testing this past week, and then my doctor had noticed for like 3 weeks to get me, oh, you do a lot? Wow, that's wild. Maybe so. I'm not sure. But my doctor had like 3 weeks to get a hold of me for approving my pre-admission testing, like approving me for surgery. We'll just put it that way. And she waited to the very last minute on a Friday, this past Friday, like not this one, but what are we now? Today is Saturday, but I meant like a week ago Friday. So the last one in June. She sent me a notice. She absolutely may not be cleared for surgery until she sees a physician, any physician in the network. And so it's like, great. So you're going to wait about 12 days before surgery on a Friday when you had 3 weeks to sit on this notice to give me approval for surgery. So thankfully I was able to get in Wednesday for a last minute hoorah with a physician, and she approved me. It was fine. I had pre-admission testing at the hospital. Everything went fine. Now, yesterday, Friday afternoon, after like 4:40 in the afternoon, so well after their offices are closed, I get a letter saying that I need to have surgical clearance from my PCP and not just somebody in her office. And she made an appointment for me Monday at 10 a.m. I sent a message right back. I don't know if you guys have like my chart or anything in your medical communities. I sent a message right back and I said, it's going to have to be a phone call or a video call because I went to the appointment this past Wednesday. I was cleared. I have no problem talking to this doctor, but I can't be there in person. Last week, I had to mess with my dialysis schedule. And this week, I don't have time to mess with my dialysis schedule because I'm already going to miss Friday for surgery. So anyway, I kind of just put my feet down with that, and pretty much just, yeah, I put my feet down about that. So we'll see what kind of happens on Monday when she gets those messages. But all that to be, I've been in a crummy emotional state. I haven't been feeling like being on YouTube. I've been incredibly busy for lives, so I've missed a couple of lives and had to reschedule things, but that hasn't been like avoiding you guys or anything. Budget by Amy. Will they dialyze you doing surgery? So what we decided upon, and so what my nephrologist, my kidney doctor, said is that hopefully the surgery will be laparoscopic. I am due to have a laparoscopic total hysterectomy. So that means fallopian tubes and everything. They will try to leave the ovaries, but they're not sure about cysts because one of my ovaries they're just never able to see, and the other one has either cysts or enlarged follicles. So it just depends on what is actually in there and if they can do that. Though they do have it in the books as also a regular abdominal hysterectomy, total hysterectomy. Just depends if something happens and they can't do it laparoscopic. Hopefully laparoscopic is what comes through. But so laparoscopic is the hope. Total leaving ovaries, or at least one, it would be the hope so that I don't go right into menopause right away. But we'll see. But my nephrologist had to sign off on me separately and request that for dialysis purposes, I be kept overnight to dialyze Saturday morning before they release me, because laparoscopic, they won't release me. I mean, they will release me. I'm sorry. Totally confusing. But yeah, so they're not going to dialyze me there. They're going to dialyze me the next day. But then he forgot to put that in his orders. So they're waiting, and he hasn't gotten back to the staff at my center. So they're waiting for him to come in on Monday, so 2 days from now, and verbally get that, recorded so that they can send the signature stamped copy over to surgery orders to make sure that that gets billed properly. Because otherwise, they don't have a reason to keep me if it's an outpatient surgery and everything goes well, except I need to be kept for dialysis on Saturday. I told them, I said, I love being compliant. I love coming, I don't love, but I love to be compliant. And I like to not, blow that compliance. But there is nothing the day after I have surgery that will wake me up at 5 or 6 a.m. to go sit in a very uncomfortable dialysis recliner when my abs hurt and I don't have good ab control and stuff like that. So that's the status of dialysis. So I should have dialysis Saturday. I can't do dialysis on Thursday, so I have to do it Wednesday, because Thursday she has me doing a very serious bowel prep. I have to drink like 17.5 ounces of magnesium citrate. I've never had magnesium citrate. When I did my colonoscopy, they just told me to take some really strong Miralax. So this is going to be interesting. And then she also wants me to use a fleet enema at the end of the night. So Thursday is not going to be a fun day for me for that. So anyway, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get everybody's monthlies out. I'm trying to get everybody's orders out. Things are later than they have been. They are making you go through it. They are absolutely making me go through it. So right now I'm working on getting 3 copies of Play It Forward that have been ordered out. And I have a couple other games that need to go out. And then like all the monthly subscriptions for the last couple months need to go out. But they'll be going out with extras. Please have patience. Please, if you guys see any digital items up on my Ko-fi or on my Etsy and you want to support me, any support during this time would be great, because money is really, really tight with life. And I know money is tight for everybody. But I'm going to try to put some new boxes out and try to upload some board games that I've already had as digital games on there for you guys. I thought I saw a chat. Well, the mag citrate, I wouldn't think if anything would be left for the enema. I know, the enema is just crazy. I've never done that, and I've never done the mag citrate. But it even says if the mag citrate doesn't seem like it's working before the enema, to drink Miralax. And I'm just, no. I tend to be a puker, so Miralax by itself, I tend to get really nauseous. So we're just going to see what happens and how it happens. But it said that she may not be able to complete the surgery robotically if she can't see like extremely well. So that's kind of where that's at. I'm sorry we're not playing anything tonight. Did I clear out my Christmas one? Let me see.
Okay. Well, some of the parking spots,
I tried not to clear everything out, you guys, when life kind of hit the fan.
So,
I didn't clear out what I have in the kidney binder.
if you're not titled, but
Did I clear out?
especially for winter, it's definitely worth it. Yeah.
I did not clear out my Christmas savings. So
Definitely.
it's not the end of the world. It's just going to be tight, but I will have the collab that I'm doing with Bookish Mama Budgets. I'll probably be paying with quarters, but I will be starting that this month, and doing what I can when I can. It's just going to be kind of hard, especially with not having like Etsy income really for stuffing. But anyway, you'll know in 2 ounces. Lemon lime is the best tasting. Yeah, my Walmart only had grape. So that's pretty much it. But I told my guy I would get off of here. So I'm going to get off of here. We're going to go try to do some fireworks. I'm going to keep printing books and orders and things like that. Thank you guys for your love and for your support. I will be back in the full swing of things. I will be posting some videos soon. I'll probably have some help editing. And yeah, just continue to give me love, give me support. I really appreciate you guys. I'm up to over 370 subscribers. It's amazing. And I'm just blown away. And I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone have a great night. If you made it this far, drop a little heart in the comments if you are watching the replay. So if you guys want to help my watch hours, please watch the replay and drop a little heart in the comments. And I love you all so much. Thank you for all the support, the prayers, the vibes, the good feelings. Good night. Thank you for all of it. I'll let you guys know how I'm doing. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you. Bye.